Tes tes.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Haven't you heard?
When
There's a
you're high up,
strange wanderer
everyone
near
can hear your
Wolfenbach.
voice. Dandelions? Of course they're flowers.
Tes tes. Apakah ada suara satu?
Gosh, all I can think about is Diluc. When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Oke, kita mulai. Terakhir adalah bersama Delia. Ya lupa saya. Delia sama siapa? NPC Sumero itu. Lanjut.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year.
Kenapa? Kenapa harus lambat gitu loh? Kenapa? Ya cuma kenapa? Kenapa tidak ada yang lain gitu loh? Hidup bagus lambat.
Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends,
Kenapa gitu?
so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Let's kinda almost settle for something ordinary.
Kita kaya Pak, pun kita punya 20 juta murah, tenang aja. Udah termasuk kaya sih.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Oke.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Di luar negara.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
Oke.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of
Dunyarzad,
people when we first
namanya.
tried, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Hah? Seperti itu kah? Kok lucu?
Huh?
Benar?
Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year.
Wih, penyakit apa
I was
itu?
stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information.
Hmm. Gimana dengan kalian bisa mungkin dengan satu dompu? Bahkan atasan sendiri tidak punya informasi yang cukup.
My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams.
Oke,
One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days.
ya berarti dalam kondisi setengah koma untuk hari
Then
gila.
one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified.
Oke,
My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound.
sedih, cukup sedih.
At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Wih, langsung dari itu.
Don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Siapa nih? Personali sendiri.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really?
Dunyarzad kecil anjir.
Of
Dari
course.
suka sama Dunyarzad
I
kecil.
know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Dengan ibumu.
Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry.
Ya,
But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend."
oh, semuanya berkenal gitu.
Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumero city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest.
Buset, itu rame banget di luar.
And that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat.
Dua jendela kamarku rumahnya ada di Sumero. Dan di luar kota itu juga ada hutan-hutan yang rimbun. Lalu di luar hutan itu ada tembok Samiel, padang pasir dan privat yang luas.
Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming.
Setelah sembuh, setelah itu nggak bicara. Ada kalau tidak lama dari ibunda, ketika itu bilang kalau aku sedang bermimpi.
But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure.
Ayo, aku minta maaf.
If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world.
Yang
Why
luar.
would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books?
Jadi banyak dan menikmati semua buku-buku yang kumiliki.
That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon.
Setelah itu membangkitkan hasrat tulisan dalam diriku untuk archon itu.
I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness.
Aduh, mama nanti banget itu di belakang itu.
Summer's festival for her.
Adalah kebaikannya dan sebenarnya kabar kegiatan harinya adalah untuk mempersiapkan festival Saberus.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
Saberus, sorry.
It's Lesser Lord
Bukan
Kusuno's
Saberus.
birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages.
Oke. Ya pada
It's
saat
actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukadabata's birthday.
itu
When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday.
dari udah kebanyakan oke.
I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumero. In those days, the festival was a huge deal.
Oh, gitu kan.
But because of the academia's influence,
Sebenarnya,
people have gradually lost interest in the festival.
Ini oknum-oknum akademia brengsek juga ya lama-lama.
The academia actively participates in Sumero's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadabhata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding.
Waduh.
They practically act like it doesn't exist.
Wah, parah.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadabhata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Ah,
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumero, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried
waduh.
away now.
Ya santai aja. Ini ketinggalan sama yang itu kan siapa namanya? Orang-orang akademia lagi kan. Waduh, lebih parah lagi tuh. Orang-orang yang nyembah itu yang red bitter capa itu lupa aku namanya. Dengan itu masih penting. Kedengaran akademinya kamu ditanyain kan, wah hilang kamu nanti. Hilang nggak tuh prinsip.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute.
Ya mereka sebelumnya. Orang-orang di Bazaar mengadakan festival dari sampai hari ini. Nah mereka sebelumnya, jadi aku tidak pernah bisa berkontribusi. Oke.
I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I
Siapa?
gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year.
Enggak gitu. Pasti kamu ketipu itu. Enggak langsung percaya dong. Enggak harusnya gitu dong.
Hold on, my lady.
Nah, yeah.
Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The
Nilu?
one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
Oke.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us? And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Apa kami juga boleh ikut?
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more
Nilu.
people interested in
Lu
Lesser
ketemu
Lord
Nilu.
Kusanali.
Dia dengar, aduh enak banget ini BGM-nya si Tavern-nya Sumero, aduh. Kayak tenang gitu. Jadi lebih banyak orang yang tertarik pada senang sekali hadiahnya lebih banyak. Oke. Tujuan kita Nilo. Let's go. Bentar. Oke. Hakam sama Lemta. Apa satu tempat juga nih kayaknya. Ada ini nggak apa namanya reserve disembunyi gitu kan barangkali. Yavanani, Kaldun, Gregor, ya ini pasti orang ini nih Gregor nih orang Murstad. Sam. Well. Tidak ada ini apa namanya? Oh, lambat. Aku mau beli resep lambat, pasti ada dong di sini resepnya. Nah kan. Lumayan anjir, ada resep-resep kayak gitu. Apa lagi? Well, Glabros beans. Lumayan ya gitu. Kita beli sih kayak aku beli ya. Glabros beans, let's go beli kita. Berapa? 10.000, murah. Wah, murah banget. Aduh, BGM-nya. Background musiknya coy, Tavern. Piping with this BGM. Sheesh. Mantap. Mantap. Tapi kita bakalan pergi dulu karena kita mau ketemu sama Nilo. Gimana Nilo? Oh, dekat ya. Dekat kayaknya. Mana itu? Di dalam ya? Oh, iya bener di dalam dong. Lah, itu teleport aja gua tadi. Ada. Oh, Milo. Let's go.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh,
Zod. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But you made it in the end.
suaranya santai tapi gimana ya? Semangat juga kayak suaranya berat cuman nggak santai, nggak itu apa namanya, nggak terlalu naik, kayak datar gitu. Tapi gimana ya? Suka aku sama suaranya unik. Di rumahmu ada yang udah datang.
But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Oke.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumero City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Nggak begitu juga sih sebenarnya, cuman ya.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sub-Zerus festival.
Oke.
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
Oke.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't
Wah,
sweat it.
diapain sama Nilo nih murahnya? Pasti ditilap.
I'll show you.
Ya, kita sudah selesai melewati tanggulnya. Ayo sini berikan pada. Oke. Nah, tiga.
Wow!
What's
This
she
is
doing?
amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
Waduh.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick.
Buat Jubair, siapa
We
itu?
reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it.
Orang-orang.
We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Dia kami lalu membiarkan pertunjukan di panggung. Hah? Apa?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us.
Oh,
They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though.
gitu.
Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore.
Kita jadi tidak akan bisa mengadakan festival. Oh, yang penting itu ya kawan.
Thank the Danger Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also
Okay.
gave the stage a much-needed makeover.
Oke. Aku ingat terakhir kali juga gak gitu sih
The
masalah
stage
sini.
is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do
Our.
my best for the two of us. Milu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus,
Oh,
the most
ada
important
tariannya.
performance at the Sub-Zerus festival.
Oke.
Dunyarzad,
Have you told him the origin of this holiday?
Belum.
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Ya.
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about how this
Rupa
holiday came to
Devata.
be.
Kusanali. Sebenarnya itu satu enggak loh. Itu yang paling apa namanya yang paling aku pengen tahu. Kalau nggak satu berarti orang akademia benar. Tapi kalau itu beda, ya apa namanya? Kalau itu beda orang akademia benar. Tapi kalau itu sama, berarti akademia di sini jadi paling ini sih, yang paling ganggu banget. Misalkan oke.
According to legend, the Sabzerus festival was originally
Lama
the
nih.
goddess of flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord.
Kita langkahnya juga kalau di bulan pada oke.
A long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet.
Berkumpul untuk mengadakan sebuah pesta bersama untuknya.
Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the goddess of flowers
Dia
began to dance.
menyanyi, dia bunga pun tak kuasa berdiri dan mulai menari.
She
Yo,
danced upon the grass.
dia bunga menari
Countless beautiful
sekali
stars began to
Adi
bloom
Sarah yang
wherever
mekar
she stepped.
di tempat dia melangkah.
Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Iya,
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumero's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around
oh
anymore,
BGM-nya.
they preserved their tradition of dance.
Aduh,
The
Bagus juga tuh
Sabzerus
bagiannya.
is apparently based on how the goddess
Dari
of
sini
flowers
lagi.
lived.
Dulu tadi nasional kami, makanya aku pakai ini berdasarkan dari penampilan di bunga.
Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special
Kita
day.
harus melakukan yang terbaik untuk memastikan bahwa dia ulang tahun bisa merasakan dia dicintai dari seorang.
Dulu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Oke,
It's
bunga.
just a shame that all the real Patisaras went extinct after her
Ada di
death.
bunga sekarang. Terus gimana? Oh, sayang sekali ya semua partisaran yang asli. Berarti yang atas bawah itu palsu semua dong.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Ya, dia terus saja cek. Dia pun tidak bisa benar-benar melihat keindahan.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it.
Menyaksikan yang
If
asli.
my stage were anything like that,
Sebenarnya seperti itu.
I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Patisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzerus festival? Will you two be coming?
Tertarik untuk kejadian selanjutnya sih, karena kalian ngelakuin ini gede-gedean dan orang akademia pasti bakalan ya gitulah.
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Oh, boleh lah kalau seperti itu.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea.
Yap. Bukan kamu, Wedon.
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
Ya, technically nggak ada yang salah, memang cuman tapi ya nggak gitu juga.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Sama-sama, oke.
Bazaar, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzerus festival.
Wow, di sini tuh orangnya juga Lord Kusanali semua ya. Terus mau mengadakan festival Sabzerus.
In that
Oke,
case, we'll take a look around.
let's go. Wait, kumari, sup, sup. Panik.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so
What?
funny? Are you an outlander?
Ya.
Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. The best part is when Ferris, the Knight of
Paris
Flowers, passes out candy to
akan membagikan permen loh. Oke. Sri mati.
Dancing at the
Oh, gitu.
Summero's festival.
Di
You
festival
know, I
Capsule.
also danced when I was younger.
Mereka itu waktu muda. Oh, benarkah?
As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater
Oh,
Lord.
kan ketuanya aja menanyakan.
My grandmother said that
Lupa
Greater
Devata
Lord
adalah seorang dewa yang
Devata
baik
is a
dan
beloved
dicintai
deity
semua
and
orang.
honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanagi is too. If the
Kemudian
goddess
buat
of
bayar
flowers
tiket juga.
ever
Oke.
knew Lesser Lord Kusanagi,
Untung
then
neneknya,
she would certainly have
gila,
wished
ini
to
orang
be
udah
her friend
nenek dan
and hold celebrations for
neneknya
her.
lagi, dan neneknya si nenek ini bilang bahwa itu, wah, pelajaran banget ya.
The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its
Gimana sih,
appeal
Gus?
over the years.
Sponsor misalnya yang betul tahun ini adalah festival ini kembali menjadi meriah.
And brought the festival back to life.
Si siapa namanya?
Forked out a lot
Ah,
more to make it happen.
siapa sih namanya, lupa aku kan. Siapa sih? Lupa sih namanya. Gila kan aku lupa namanya siapa sih? Gak ada lagi. Anyar apa ya? Lupa ya. Set dah. Farhad. Farhad.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't
Okay.
get into thinking that Sumero City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar.
Baiklah.
And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure,
Mereka nge-hype banget ya si siapa namanya?
not like it, but what's a
Festival ini.
song and dance?
Penduduk Grand Bazaar sama festivalnya ini, festival apa sih namanya, lupa kan aku. Susah aja namanya. Ya sih, orang-orang yang kedua tidak begitu suka masa yang namanya festival, tidak ada lagu dari yang benar sih. Dia
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy.
aku udah festivalnya.
I bet
Yep.
this year's festival will be one to remember.
Dan persiapan lainnya benar-benar tidak mudah. Dan ini pasti akan keren sekali.
I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a
Jadi
penchant
paling
for
suka
song
menyanyi.
dance.
Pantas mereka
Things that the academia
banggain
doesn't
banget ya.
particularly approve of.
Dua hal yang sangat tidak suka oleh Aka. Oh, pantas di blok ya sama mereka, tidak boleh ngadain festival karena mereka juga nggak suka menyanyi dan menari.
Oh,
Okay.
and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and gentler on your skin, and
Di sini adalah waktu terbaik. Oh, mau dong. Aku juga. Asalku saja begitu aku dengar. Ya malu coy. Mana? Satu lagi mana? Oh, di atas. Dunyar set, namanya susah ya.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from me.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival.
Jangan-jangan dibilang ditilep di sini nanti uangnya.
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Asik kan Jun? Vibing with this.
Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company.
Bagi semua orang.
Costumes.
Ya, karena kita harus membuat kostum sendiri.
Costumes
Namun tidak tahu kalau Tuan Subair tidak hanya bisa bikin kostum tapi juga properti.
I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
Oh, mana? Mahkota yang mana? Mana anjir? Oh, halo. Mama gimana ya?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head.
Oh, mahkota
So this
ini.
crown was made to reflect that. Dunyazad, absolutely stunning with.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Wah,
Looks like
Catherine lihat. Catherine nonton antri. Mereka ini ya. Wah, kita aja lihat loh. Dia kan robot, cuy. Jangan selama ini dia manusia. Wih, keren juga loh Catherine.
come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild.
Nah ya,
This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
aneh ya.
Hey, Catherine.
Catherine.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Santai banget,
What's shaken?
santai banget, gak kayak robot anjir. Oh gini lu, siapa lu? Lu bukan Catherine anjir.
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual.
Ya.
Paimon was still waiting for her to say add.
Ngomong atas gak bisa.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions.
Gue tidak menemukan fungsi yang terlalu rumit.
But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous.
Minum fontaine.
Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Okay.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Yes.
Yep.
And you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Jawaban yang kita cari mungkin tidak pasti ada dalam bagian perjalanan kita, tapi mungkin ada di dalam perjalanan kita itu sendiri. Gimana sih?
We heard someone say something pretty
Iya, siapa ya?
Anyway,
Aku pernah dengar juga
what's
itu.
out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere
Oh.
here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
Oke. Kenapa itu? Dia menghirup udara.
It looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Why?
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumero City thanks to you.
Yep.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendo after all. See you around.
Catherine bicara biasa, biasa apa? Casual kayak gitu tuh aneh ya lama-lama.
There's something really different about Catherine
Dia
today.
bukan Catherine Baimon, jangan tertipu ya kamu.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Halo.
Hey, Dia, what's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Apa?
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
Kita juga ke sebuah tempat yang dan menanyakan beberapa pertanyaan pada seseorang. Aku perlu balik berdua ke sebuah tempat dan menanyakan beberapa pertanyaan pada seseorang. Siapa? Dunazar.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment.
Kita sudah menemukan tempat untuknya beristirahat.
After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Oke.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Oh langsung, baiklah. Ting, tiriri, tiriri. Itu bagian paling asik sih sebenarnya. Kenapa sih asik banget itu bagian. Aku kenapa turun lewat tangga ya bodohnya. Aduh, gara-gara BGM Sumero nih. Yuk, kenapa nih?
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood.
Waduh.
Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
Okay.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunya?
It's called being a professional.
Apa iya? Tapi matanya si Deya bagus sih asli. Seneng aku liatin mata dia.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Ya sendiri tuh.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. See if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Kalian apa kawan yang aku kenal tahu cara supaya kalian bisa oke? Benar, sebelumnya bukannya kita udah kesini ya? Katanya mereka nggak kenal, awal nggak bisa tahu, nggak bisa tahu gimana sih? Nggak tahu gitu. Apa Nakasa aja nggak tahu gitu loh.
Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha?
Ruksha.
I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Yeah.
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumero City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Okay.
Theft? Sorry, what theft are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance
Sesuatu.
the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case
Waduh.
might just somehow help you in meeting her.
Okay.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else.
Kayak aku harusnya lebih merepet ke akademia.
Let me fill you in. The Academia recently
Tetap
sent a
bagus loh,
convoy to
paket
pick up an
penting.
important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back.
Dirampok kerjaannya waktu kembali. Wow. Aspan benar-benar seorang informan banget ya, tapi kalau tentang apa archon dia
The Grand
tidak tahu.
Sage took the whole matter very seriously.
Tidak
Not
tahu
only
kenapa.
did he dispatch the Matra,
Tapi
but
menanggapi hal ini dengan
also our help in the
serius.
search for leads.
Matra dan kami
So far,
sudah
whatever was stolen is
dari
now
informasi yang kami dapat
almost.
sejauh ini banyak turis sekarang berada di Port.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you?
Ya.
It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumero. You can travel there by leaving Sumero City and heading south along the river.
Dia bisa sampai ke sana dari Sumero dan mengarah ke selatan menuju
The
sungai.
Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos.
Mencapai-
So
oh.
the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You
Oke.
never know who you'll meet there.
Jadi di sini kotanya nggak terjamah sama si itu apa namanya akademia. Jadi Port Ormos itu bebas sama akademia. Jadi ya orang-orang banyak di sana.
Apparently, what
Semoga
was
ketemu
lost
sama
has
yang
a great deal to do with the
ya
Akasha,
kayak Sumero sebenarnya.
knowledge, and even the gods. I'm
Kamu
afraid I
keluar
don't have any
dengan
more
angkasa.
details for you.
Wow. Bahkan dengan dewa, tapi aku juga tidak begitu tahu detailnya.
If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the academia once you're there.
Oke. Kenapa memperkenalkan diri sebagai murid akademia? Kenapa? Kenapa ya?
Are you serious, Chief?
Yeah.
All the academia students are in Sumero City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
Ya,
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
kenapa?
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumero City.
Oke, di sana ada beberapa Eremites, tapi tidak bersahabat dengan. Oke.
There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
Jika ini semakin
A real
banyak
headache
benar-benar
and
perhatian
others.
buat
You
disimpan.
bet they are. The Scarlet King's been
Waduh,
dead for
anak lalu.
years. Now they start spreading rumors of
Kita
his
sudah tidak kembali. Wah,
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own.
ini diramaikan di.
Well, traveler, that's about all the information we have.
Oke.
And you too, Osfond. Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumero City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Kita lihat apa namanya ini apa namanya pelabuhan Ormos buat cari info.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to
Okay.
get yourselves back here in time for that.
Tenang,
Good.
Ustaz.
I will see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
Oke. Apakah ini laptop nyaman? Yap, sepertinya masih aman aja. Lanjut ke Port Ormos. Di mana dia? Wah, di sini jauh banget ya. Tapi bener ya, tadi katanya suruh lewat sungai itu. Ya lewat sini itu sungai. Itu. Dari situ kita berarti. What the fuck? What the fuck? Kayak gitu dia. Dogo, kamu mau jadi penjaga rumah saya? Oh, udah ya? Masuk kandang lu. Gak bisa ditangkap, brengsek. Panggil. Oke, nanti kita tinggal ngikutin di sana ya. Wah, bakal panjang banget nih. Wah, apaan nih? Mereka musuh dong, brengsek. Nah, mereka musuh loh. Aneh bet, aneh. Enggak bang, apa? Maaf. Jadi nggak jadi. Wih, teleport. Teleport. Halo, anjir, aku masuk ke orang tuh. Aurelius. Kita tinggal ikutin sungai, terus kita nyampe ke pelabuhannya si Ormos ya. Ya kan ya namanya Ormos kan? Ya kan? Lupa. Iya, Ormos kan. Aku pengen nyoba yang Spiderman ini cuman kok gimana ya? Lewat apps itu bisa nggak ya? Spidermanan. Ih, lewatan kocak biasanya. Mora lagi. Anjir, lewatan loh. Oke. Ini bisa nggak ya? Ini ya gini terus. Bisa cuy. Please. Bisa dong. Bisa nggak sih itu? Oh, akhirnya ada ini. Bukan di sini udah. Iya di sini udah. Di atas sana ya. Mana dia? Wah, di sana jauh juga. Lewat ini. Lagi nggak? Ini nggak ada loh. Apa sih lu? Baru Rose. Sorry, biarnya kaget. Bagus loh itu. Berarti mulia. Masih jauh loh. Gila banget, masih jauh loh ini. Iya, malesin. Gerakan 1. Anjir 20, level 1 20 loh. Mau nih. Wah. Gede banget nih Sumero. Besok aku mau jadi Spiderman. Orang sing sana itu. Besok. Iya. Oh, jadi ikan-ikanan dari sana. Bentar nih. Oh, Gendro nih. Siapa nih? Ya apaan cuy? Anjir. Wah, anjir.
Scatter.
Ini apa woi? Karena tutorialnya belas sih. Wah, gini banget. Nah ya, jalan ke sana buat ini apa namanya, memancing ini. Diain apa kamu? Memancing itu ras itu. Wah, udah bisa apa? Oh, oke, wak buntal ya. Iya, yang di sini yang beri wak buntal ya. Aduh, baru lagi enggak. Iya, ribet. Perkenalan skill dan saat serangannya mengenai musuh dan mendapatkan efek priority bagi bagian dari area. Dia setelah mengasih stick atau setelah memilih jarak area sudah 3 kali dan cara ini dan make area diagram setiap 2 detik. Sementara prioritas begitu. Entahlah gimana maksudnya ini. Di sini fishing line stabilizer. Stabil tangan yang bisa berterus dan sepasang jodoran pancing. Untuk membantu orang dapat mancing ikan dengan lebih minim upaya. Jadi dapat terus dan bergumul lagi pancing. Semakin tidak dapat. Ini murah sih. Oke. Udah nih. Kita buka bisingan saya. Oke. Mana fishing line stabilizer-nya? Ini dah. Oh iya, langsung di sini dong. Nonaktifkan.
And the fish are drawn to me.
Aktifkan. Ya tadi. Ayo. Tarik. Oke, lanjut cerita ke pelabuhan. Tempatnya unik-unik sekali. Waduh, maaf bang. Pelabuhan Ormos. Wah, gede juga anjing. Ini gede loh ini. Wah, pelabuhannya gede sumpah. Berapa sih? Wah, hampir kayak Liuwe aja. Ini mah gede banget loh ini. Gila banget. Apa ini? Ami. Bentar, caci makanan. Wih, makanan nih beneran. Si resep dong. Hah? Baru dibeli? Pakai baru. Backsoundnya, background musiknya, BGM-nya.
Port Ormos is pretty great.
Ya, bener gede sih.
New and interesting things. Not to mention all the TV.
Nah, makanannya belum kayak macam GP.
Sumero's largest commercial
Yap,
port
gede banget gede.
Look at all the merchants, and everyone seems excited just to be here.
Kayaknya udah semuanya.
How did
things end up like...
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
Oke.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well,
Jadi,
I never thought they'd dislike it so
waduh,
much.
memang saya tidak suka.
Oh, what should we do?
Nah, ini mereka jelas banget kan.
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. But let's go find out what's going on.
Yap.
Hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and she's a
Nama Paimon ya Paimon. Dia
Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in
Oh.
Port Ormos. At least for now.
yang saat ini.
What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? It looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Oh, no. The prototype Aranara is something that brings joy and laughter to children. At least in theory.
Teorinya begitu sih.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumero fairy tales that live in the forest.
Hutan. Kan kita lihat Sumero, oke.
The store's 20th anniversary. We plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. When we put it out there, the reaction was not
Ada
quite
juga.
what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that actually. I can't quite describe it though, and I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Iya.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the ill little fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart.
Jadi,
This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his heart
Okay.
into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
brengsek.
Oh,
Oh.
that took a
Oh, lumayan sedih. Aku harus memotretnya. Thank you.
We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them?
Sayangnya tidak.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanja back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too.
Ah,
Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but
Okay.
none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara.
Duh, dia betul-betul tapi tidak begitu kembali karena anak-anak sama seperti prototipe anak.
Around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something, and suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
Huh?
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular. We asked Tanja
Yes.
for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were
Oke.
running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was a result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and
Bukan lumayan kenal itu. Kalau bisa bantu kamu untuk nyari kontennya. Males banget,
He
buset.
doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could.
Iya.
Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing it.
Baiklah.
Seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward.
Oke, itu akan biar kamu dapat imbalan. Oh yes.
Tanjo takes his son with him everywhere. Maybe that's why he was able to come up. Anyway, we're counting.
Oh, dia adanya toko juga ya di sini. Bentar. Ini tadi bukan quest. Astaga, tadi bukan questnya dong. Aku kelamaan di sini anjir. Iya, lu orang ih. Ini mana ini? Oh, di atas ya. Tadi kan quest word tuh. Oh, iya, kan ada nyambung malah yang kita nih. Tadi kita nyari apa di sini? Kelupaan aku melihat iya. Masih ke atas lagi ya, ini wow loh ini. Ini di atas sono anjir. Tinggi, wah. Salah jalur ya aku ini. Bentar. Di mana ya? Dari sana, tempat mana ya ini? Yang bener ya mana aku ya? Ke sini kah? Oh iya benar ke sini. Di bawah bukan di atas ternyata. Wah. Hah? Wah sih. Sama. Udah merempah. Jadi kamu agak-agaknya VOC ya. Oke, kita lanjut ke quest archonnya. Let's do it.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
Anjir loyo banget ya bilangnya. Mana ada yang mau beli coba?
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Oh.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Tapi masih peduli ya, itu belum semua. Aku tahu ada caranya.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly, this
Yeah.
is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumero. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads.
Okay.
Know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on.
Akademi yang hilang itu permohonan dewa, tapi selain dari kota itu ya ada banyak itu lainnya, benar?
Osfun told us to try posing as academia students while asking around.
Oke, kita bakal pura-pura juga gitu ya.
On the way here, and the
Akan mewakili di jalan.
don't have any research facilities in Port Ormos.
Itu kok kayaknya akademi nggak punya fasilitas macam di. Oh,
Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're academia students
kita
and
kan harus
asking
bilang
about
kita
the
deh.
stolen item?
Oke, pikirin dulu sebelum berbuat sesuatu. Oke.
Given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask
Okay.
around and see what we come up with.
Mbak Ilham.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumero
Ormos?
City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos
Oh.
to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia,
Oh.
let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder.
Waduh.
Sure, we may not be Sumero City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even
Hey,
say
halo
it's
Indra
better
Marta
than Port
Tijaya.
Ormos. So students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the
Memang terus jalan
academia.
seperti kota Sumero. Santai, beberapa orang bahkan percaya kalau datang ke kota Romas mereka beruntung. Wow, dan memiliki banyak datang ke sini kalau mereka selalu benar dengan urusan di akademia.
Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia.
Oh, mereka?
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago.
Oke,
If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
AR berapa
As long
bang?
as Akasha teaches us what we need.
Masih AR kecil kok.
it's good.
Masih berapa ya? Udah ingat aku coba nanti kulihat. Lebih baik hidup sebagai pedagang sama Akasa masih terus mengajarkan. Oke,
Those students seem to be discussing something.
gas lah. Aku AR. Ya, 59. Aku udah sepuh sih sebenarnya. Sedih ya lihatnya.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries
Sih,
are posted all
berguna.
over the streets now.
Yang benar. Waduh,
There's been a lot of fighting between the
kita cari
different
elemen juga.
factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them.
Oh, biasa sih.
Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Rexar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are
Murid
after.
itu karena jenis barang yang dicari para murid bukanlah jenis barang yang dicari oleh para Eremite.
I've heard
Mulai
that
berat ya di sini,
some
brengsek.
shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Waduh, rampokan banget nih.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field.
Gila, orang-orang pinter, orang-orang akademia ngomong aku nggak paham anjir. Walaupun udah mode serius banget nggak ngerti aku kan.
People just buy and sell like that?
Udah namanya udah biasa, tetap Paimon sih yang mencurigakan. Emang ngomong-ngomong itu nggak ada yang bisa diperjualbelikan gitu? Ah, benar mencurigakan.
What's our plan?
Java?
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora. Have you lost your mind?
Gak apa-apa, uangku banyak anjir. Uangku 20 juta, tenang aja. Setengah juta murah mah apa, kecil Paimon. Iya. Iya sih, tapi ya males juga sih, mau keluar 15.000 kan buat informasi gitu. Mahal juga gitu. Kalau kamu yakin dengan yang kamu lakukan, ayo kita coba saja, oke. Mana Java? Mana? Mana? Oh, di sini. Iya, jauh juga gitu. Lari. Udah gacha teknari belum bang? Gak terlalu banyak teknari aku sebenarnya. Kan katanya itu masuk ke jenis standar sih gak terlalu kejar banget lah. Ini aja udah. Ini aku gacha nih. Nah udah gacha belum? Udah bang. Udah gacha nih. Hari-hari biru ya udah lah ya. Terus sebenarnya nggak terlalu apa ya, pengen banget gitu teknari. Entah kenapa. Ngincar siapa? Kino aku. Ya Kino. Saya coba tutup, oke. Teknari nggak itu, Jongli udah punya, Ganyu sama apa katanya? Ganyu sama Kokomi juga nggak terlalu pengen, jadi ya udah. Nggak gacha, nabung aja udah.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
Jadi sama.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a
Caracal Battalion siapa lagi? Mereka itu hanya orang-orang ratus. Wow. Ini yang anggota Ain Al-Ahmar ya. Dan ini tadi lawannya adalah Caracal siapa tadi? Aduh, lupa kan aku namanya susah aja Sumero. Orang yang taat seperti bos tidak bisa pakai.
All these guys talk about the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Yeah.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumero, and all of them shall be punished.
Scarlet King kan udah mati, dan sekarang itu kenapa dibanding sama gitu loh? Aneh sih ini sebenarnya mulai ribet ini aja.
We should ask about that if we get the chance later. Tanya langsung. Tanya langsung sama ini 2 biji. Beneran nih?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Wah, sialan. Aduh, gimana nih? Kita ngikutin kata-katanya si siapa tadi lupa kan? Armet yang di Sumero tadi, kepala Armet tadi. Aku mulai dari akademinya.
A student? What's a student from Sumero City doing in Port Ormos?
Waduh, kayaknya salah deh. Tentang kuda itu.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The
Okay.
question is, can you afford it?
Idih. Iya nanti kalau uangku hilang di tas, keselin sih sebenarnya. Aduh. You don't care, bitch.
What is this,
Halo.
some kind of joke?
Iya, canda.
Sorry, she must have grabbed the wrong amount.
Ih, beneran ini aku. Iya. Nih,
Stand to see so much more ago. But there's no other choice right now.
oke.
Here, this is the merchant's address there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Soalnya itu ah.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Dit. Iya.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info.
Kita kasih, oke.
As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumero. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
Siapa Scarlet King? Hey.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Ruka
Traitor
Devata.
Lord Ruka Devata,
Benar
yes.
kan?
That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known.
Dulu jadi seorang yang baik hati. Aduh. Unik.
But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Paus bentar. Gimana main Genshin dari kapan bang? Main Genshin dari 2 tahun yang lalu anjir. Kapan sih? Keluarnya September kan? September ya Oktober lah pokoknya. Bulan setelah Genshin rilis aku main. Nah ini yang gitu kan.
I don't have anything to say to you, academia.
Banyak story ya kita. Nanti Paus bentar.
Conversation has reached its end.
Ketika lihat orang-orang akademia ini merasa oke.
Just yet. This man is a fraud.
Al-Haitam. Hitam. Al-Haitam. Wah.
You again? deranged academia lunatic.
Okay.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is
Emang matanya gitu kan?
or at least
Matanya merah gitu.
waiting for you there. This group has been
Aduh, banyak
posting
banget.
all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory.
Oh. Benda karena mereka ingin memancing orang ke daerah mereka.
Once you show up,
Ah.
they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more.
Wah, parah nih.
Hey, shut it all, Hatham. What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ganteng juga lu.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
No.
It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
Oh.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. I
Mulai.
don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I
Belum ada yang setuju, biasa aja. Para Archon sendiri
used war to negotiate the
diperang untuk
ownership of that.
negosiasi siapa saja yang akan menjadi rival. Oh.
On the other
Salah
hand,
lama.
we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all. Then I'm afraid my next course of action will
Main
sting
FF.
a little more than the mere
Pernah dulu main,
business
sekarang nggak
deals.
udah. Tapi kalau ngajak main mah nggak bisa sudah coy, jago-jago orangnya gila. Kayak apa coba, Nes? Ketembak itu selalu headshot tuh apaan tuh maksudnya? Mana itu orang? Auto headshot kayak gitu, aduh. Capek coy main FF tuh. Sekarang, buat sekarang. Saya ke tengah-tengah.
I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone.
Okay.
Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
Oke, baik-baik. Soalnya aku pernah mengingkari janjiku sendiri di masa lalu.
This guy is really out of his mind.
Yep.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Oh, kalau memang mau mati sampai segitunya, ayo kita ketemu jam 4 siang minggu depan hari yang sama di mana? Oke. Ayolah.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000
Iya
to
dong.
them.
Balikan dong sini.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the student.
Waduh.
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, he not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too.
Archon.
He seems to know
Am I right?
a lot about
Archon.
what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Oke, gas. Nanti lo. Nah, jadi kalau udah keluar ya.
Why does it have to be this way?
Feeling saya nih ini mah. Apa jir? Susul item, iya susul ke susul nanti.
So then, what happened next?
Oh, nggak ada ya, maaf. Kamu nyusahin saya ya. Nggak keluar kamu ya, maaf ini ya. Iya. Ya wes lah, tak sembunyiin aja nggak streamingnya. Nggak keluar aja chatnya, kurang ajar ya bang. Nah, hitam.
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Okay, gak apa-apa.
All right. Goodbye.
Dah, itu doang. Bentar, coy.
We still have something to ask you about.
Nah.
Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about
Getting something.
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
Aku mau tanya ke Mia, coy.
Student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Dia sempat sepatah juga. Ini.
Huh? Oh, yeah. She's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
Yoi.
She doesn't even have a vision.
Waduh.
Forget it.
Diremehkan ini, MC diremehkan, dia agak asik nih. Wah. Perlu dikasih tahu nih orang.
But she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
Nah. Apa?
All right.
Okay.
I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
Kita bertemu lagi di Primaka, okay.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
Yeah.
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even...
Bakal tahu benda itu. Orang kaya cuy, bebas, kenapa sih?
Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now.
Kamu sudah tahu benda itu apa.
So I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Yeah.
This is what you've been looking for.
Anjir, dia dong. Anjir banget.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
What? Enak dong.
Correct.
Anjir.
Anyone. Unlike the Akasha,
which heavily regulates who can access what information.
Sekarang mereka isinya tanpa
Knowledge
syarat
capsules can
apapun.
further contents without any requisites.
Dan kamu punya hal itu, wah.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumero to privately possess or trade them.
Terus dapetinnya gimana?
Created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from one soul into the Akasha, and are intended to be
distributed. Dari Irminsul ke Akasha. Kan dihancurkan segera setelah digunakan.
But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those who are over the past century. A wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to more for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites
yang penting ya, emang barang kayak gitu emang mahal sih,
to the common citizens and hapless academia students.
Tapi buat akademia yang kurang beruntung.
Well,
dan itu digunain buat nipu kayak tadi ya. Pantes sering juga tuh Hermet ya. Tapi sini bukan Hermet sih, apa? Al tadi kan. Dengan akademia pengen sesuatu.
So that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Mungkin ada ini.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with
sepi gimana nih? Sama Rubin lagi. Gimana nih? Pas sepi kamu. Waduh. Sepi beneran dong nih.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who
karakter
Dory has quality goods instead. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations.
Dia jual tidak sesuai dengan peraturan akademia.
Okay. She blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Boleh. Mana dia orangnya?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Iya, tapi kita ngapain ketemu dia kalau? Tapi sebelum masuk ke sini udah benar. Oke. Yes, kita harus ketemu dia. Terus gimana?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long,
so Dory should
view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password.
Okay.
Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
Gampang.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste.
Okay. Asik nih Dory nih.
Quality wares and earn her approval.
Bagus yang dia jual dari kamu. Oke.
We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Oke, bisa menggunakannya.
That's a surprise. I guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard.
Semudah itu?
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
Mana?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor is it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally
Oh,
appear
dari
brighter
bagian.
when viewed through elemental sight?
Oh, mono.
That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it.
Oke. Ada yang mau sita buatmu saja.
Be sure to exercise some caution.
Lalu kamu harus berbalas sadar. Matra data kebenaran muasal. Oke. Matra?
They belong to the academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the academia Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
Itu bisa kacau. Kalau kalian berdua mau mundur, ini saatnya. Oke. Apa kamu cari?
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk.
Okay. Saya dari Dory.
The road. Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos.
Ada seorang dagang di
Follow
kota.
these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Ini coba kita lihat. Mana? Ini ya. Suatu beli anjir beda. Beli harafinya sama sekali tidak manis memberitahu kepada informan untuk membawamu menemui Dory. Mengenakan bunga berkabung mau membeli kapsul pengetahuan. Mengenakan Sumero mau membeli komoditas yang kali-kali pasar. Oh. Tikus, tamu, risbolan, tiger, matra. Di gondol tikus barang terjual, dirampas risbolan, tiger, barang disita oleh matra. Pengepakan alat Sumero di dalam jumlah sedikit. Tapi makan harafi yang bikin pusing sampai mimisan. Tapi makan harafi yang bikin keras banget. Gimana nih? Ini berapa nih atau mora nih? Mana informan ini?
Hello, what are you two looking to buy?
Saya mau beli harafi yang apa ya? Aduh lupa gitu.
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palate. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
Let's go.
You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumero rose for quite some time.
Sumero rose, yeah,
Hold on, let me think. Sumero rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
It sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Nama anjir jalannya.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things.
Nanti sudah nggak bisa ngambil barangnya, oke?
Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our
Kayaknya mungkin ya juga benar kalian karena ada beberapa hal yang dimakan itu sudah lalu. Makan tikus atau enggak ya?
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first.
Bisa dapat barang habis lagi kalian sudah mempunyai.
You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Bisa bikin pusing. Capsule ini gimana? Aduh, lupa aku. Sakit panas itu berarti tadi apa dari panas ya? Iya lupa aku. Gilo. Ini. Bentar. Lihat replay live dulu. Iya. Nah, ya aku bisa bikin pusing. Malam panas. Ini.
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. Eating some.
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be...
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look.
Udah lihat live juga kalah saya kesulit.
Before I retrieve your... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumero City or Port Ormos style?
Kalau kayak Sumero kan jumlahnya sedikit, tapi kalau coba lihat Port Ormos ya.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products for you. Okay, everything has been confirmed. The story is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra. Run!
What? The Matra? Where? I'll hate them if we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, let's go.
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Lari coy. Lari.
He ran that way.
Ayo lari. Mana anjir? Mana anjir? Ketinggi ya? Panik.
Look, he's over there.
Bentar Pak Imon, bentar. Bentar coy. Nah iya. Bener lewat sini? Iya bener.
If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way.
Okay.
Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
Oh.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Itu juga nih Dori.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Yeah.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business.
Waduh, mau juga nih Dori. Mohon maaf nih.
Would you agree?
Mohon maaf nih. Biasa kamu kaget kan?
So that's why I prefer to have customers like you.
Okay.
It's the first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of rounds.
Okay.
Then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
Yep.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. Take this one for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls.
Guys, besok 350 Mora. 1000 Mora, hey.
Who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period?
Ya lah, berguna juga ya.
You can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Okay.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
Yang bener aja Paimon.
2 million Mora and no discounts.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora.
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are
Di sini harganya oke.
Let's try the method that I'll hate to mention.
Ya. Oh.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders and quite the eye for quality.
Okay.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
Semua ya.
My, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of...
Say what now?
Ya apa? Say what now?
Did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million.
Minta diri ya.
All the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million. Think of that. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
Nah, kamu deh.
Come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding some.
Iya.
Excellent. Then please select from the...
a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted.
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million more each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Oke, biar aku coba deh.
So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount?
Yep.
Well, anyway, the more has already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumero brewing techniques.
Dikasih terus iku kuno.
An overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
Okay.
Dory, we'll take this one.
Alright, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your Mora to Dory and doors will open.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with all of them.
Langsung anu dong.
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Langsung itu dong, kuning dong, gila. Wow. Dari. Gila ini. Oke, kita lanjutkan setelah sudah mengeklaim BioLab. Gila, banyak banget nih pelabuhannya. Waduh, rame-rame tuh. Apa tuh rame-rame?
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
There's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Yeah.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Aman kok.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Kami tidak punya penjahat.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumero for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule.
Bukan pasir, ya kalau barang itu adalah kapsul pengetahuan suci. Bukan pengetahuan para dewa jika menggunakannya.
There's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to
buku rendah itu.
Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
Oke.
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
Yeah.
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the Divine Knowledge Capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar, they adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than
Pikirnya mantap banget cuy, pikirnya si Pelabuhan Ormos. Gila.
So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them to
Macam
negotiate.
mereka.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory.
Menjaga keamanan barangnya dan menghindari para Matra. Pihak yang memenangkan kapsul pengetahuan suci tidak akan
Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board, this is...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Hey, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though.
Okay. Oke, lanjut lagi. Jauh ini. Wah, jauh ini beneran dong. Coba tantrik.
Alright, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after.
Satu sebelum dan satu setelah menggunakan
While
Capsule.
you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry, I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Thumb! You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of
Capsule
those
pengetahuan ya.
students who
Wah.
can't graduate from the academia, right? So, what?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Oh.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the
All right, let's begin the test.
Let's go. Oh itu.
Lightning, terrified! Our bond is strong. Oz, reveal thyself. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Eat this!
Scatter!
Oke. Mudah pak, kan?
All right, I'll link your Akasha terminal. The next step is to use this. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a
Jadi
connection.
hubungannya dengan Capsule itu akan kamu. Oke. Pengetahuan aktif. Apa ya? Oke. Sebenarnya banyak sekali orang yang sedang menggunakan pedang. Oke. Makan baru.
You mean that it worked?
All right, time for round 2.
Oke. Bentar. Aku ganti dulu dengan air.
May knowledge guide you. Body and mind. By royal decree. Scatter!
Gak ada bedanya. Kayak gak ada yang beda itu.
Now, I'll start recording.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance increased by 0.73%.
How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase.
Yeah.
At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Rakela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is
Ini modal yang kalian butuhkan. Oke.
Pay her as much as she
Cuma gue berikan
requests.
aja berapa pilihan dia mau. Oke. Jam lusa jam 7 pagi. Oke, sebelum kita mengais info-info kategori kita stop dulu di sini ya. Aduh, makasih juga yang buat nonton ya. Kita absen tadi ada Indra Mata Wijaya ya. Berapa menit di tengah-tengah dia ada ya, menemani saya streaming. Makasih ya. Ya, saya juga ada bye ya.